to my shot. Please don't put me on blast. I felt like I lost you. You said, how you gonna lose something you ain't never had? If I had it my way, you be in the bag. I have to usher in the fact that I got it bad. All these notes I had to let it burn in the crash.
I like this beat, bro.
You drive me crazy, you ain't gotta brag. You got about it now, you the whole subject. So seductive. You made other women kick the bucket, cause you killing them with the outfit. Yeah, I knew you was more than a suspect. So deadly with the dress, I'm reading your body, you're so deadly with the text. I know I'm not supposed
What's up,
to
Summer?
exercise my flesh, but I really want this to work out. But I feel like it'd be a stretch. Lies mixed with the trust.
Ooh.
Hey, tell me if it's
The
love
way
or
that
lust.
that bass came
Do
in,
you
bro.
love me or do you love me not? No love lost, no love lost. Lies mixed with the trust. Hey, tell me if it's love or lust. Hey, do you love me or do you love me not? No love lost, no love lost. God told me to open my eyes and don't be blind.
Yeah.
I've been dying to tell you, I don't know if we gon' survive.
Yeah.
God told me to open my eyes and don't be blind.
Yeah.
I've been dying to tell you, I don't know if we gon' survive. I love that I don't like you. I don't.
Yo, what's up? You are now tuned in to Playback Culture. It's your boy Ro, chilling with Darnell.
What's up, man?
Man, tell me what this song is. Parallel L's?
Yeah, it's a song basically that I wrote that it was to say that I didn't know the difference between love and lust at the time. So
Oh, I get it. The L's, love and lust.
Yeah.
And they kind of seem like they're going in the same direction, but really they're going to lead you to two different destinations.
Yeah. That's why up in the hook I said lies mixed with trust and lies. Tell me if you love me or love me not. So it's two opposites on all of them. So and I put it to where it can be basically anything, basically like anything that you actually dealing with sin and everything. But I made mine into a woman. So like whenever I first come in and I'm saying I'm describing this girl and everything.
Y'all check that song out.
When I'm saying that I'm describing her and stuff, I'm actually describing what I'm like this woman, but that's the thing that I'm dealing with seeing. So you could be dealing with alcohol, you know what I'm saying, weed or anything like that, and but I just shape mine as a woman because you know that's something that people can relate with and everything. So
right,
yeah, it was pretty cool.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like we've talked in the same kind of conversation before, and you know you were telling me about a lot about your past. Now you're married though.
Yeah.
Now you're married.
I'm married.
you got a little boy, right?
Yeah.
I keep seeing the pictures. Look how big he's getting.
Yeah, man, you getting big fast.
But I mean, what was the transition that made you go from, you know, I was chasing this lust, but then I found love. You know, how did that happen?
Happen wise, I could say in a very bad place. I could say that. I was going through a real bad situation, and inside of that situation that I was going through, like I call it or you could say valley, low point, whatever.
Yeah.
Inside of that point, that's when I actually finally heard God, because I was so, I guess since I was inside this dark place by myself, I was secluded. I was, you know what I'm saying, not trying to be around people all the time and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And inside of that, that's when I finally like had a conversation with God, and he finally spoke back to me. So and everything. So inside of that silent moment, that's when I actually heard him, and he, you know what I'm saying, he was letting me know and telling me and explaining to me why I had to go through, you know what I'm saying, the season that I went through, and because of that, it reshaped my mind and everything like that. So then, when I wasn't even looking to be in a relationship or anything like that, like my wife know, like she would tell you, Like when I first met her, I told her straight up that I'm like, I don't want you. Like I actually,
Dang, bro.
like I told her that like when we was talking, like we were just cool.
That's
like
dirty.
I was like, you know, you're not really my type or nothing like that. So, and we just became like real like cool friends and whatnot. And I wasn't looking for it at all. Like I wasn't looking for no relationship. She
That's
knew I
dirty,
wasn't looking.
bro.
She knew I wasn't looking for no relationship, and we finally spoke, and I finally started to, you know, look at her a different type of way, and I prayed. I told her to even pray, and I said if we get inside of this, if we're gonna take the next step and start dating, actual dating,
Yeah.
then we have to know and be in agreement that what we want in the future. Like
It's
I'm
marriage.
I'm not finna date you and
Waste your time.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? If we don't have marriage in the future, then why are we dating? Like that means that I know that I'm finna be with you for let's say 2-3 years, and then I'm finna have to break up with you, and then I'm finna have to go through a healing process and then start all over with another girl.
I think the church term would probably be courting, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
yeah.
dating with
Yeah.
the intent of marrying
Yeah,
this person.
we were very intentional by, you know what I'm saying, actually coming together and whatnot. So, yeah.
That's dope. And so
Yeah,
you it kind of hits you like I see these two different parallels between these.
Yeah, man. I mean, I was tired of it, man. Like, and I still was around people, you know what I'm saying, that was still, you know what I'm saying, living, you know what I'm saying, like that. And I just used to always tell them, like, bro, this is tiring, bro. Like, I can't, there's no way that you could be doing this, like, forever. But even still, when I was even younger, I had that mindset of not trying to be like that. Like, when I was in high school and stuff like that, like, I was low key, you know what I'm saying, everywhere. Like, that was like high school and early college and everything. But I got in a relationship when I was in college, like around 2011, 12, something like that. And that relationship lasted for like 4 years or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I was serious about that relationship.
No side piece?
No. Like, I was dead serious with that. So it's like I've always had that mindset that that's what I wanted to do and everything. But when something bad happens and everything like that, it's like I revert right back to like how I was. And
Before,
you know what I'm saying? Thinking that it can heal, you know what I'm saying? And like I used to like go back to the past and shop. That was my healing stuff. I was like, well, you know what I'm saying? I need to heal from this.
What'd you do? Pick up some Jordans?
Nah, I was picking up SBs. I was picking up some retro Nikes and stuff like that. I had a couple of them Jordans, but I'm not. I used to be on them Jones like back in like 2009, 10 and stuff like that. That's when I was on like retro Jordans hard. But
Yeah.
I'm on some, you know what I'm saying, just SBs. Like,
What year you graduate?
high school?
Yeah.
2009.
Okay. That's when I was supposed to graduate, bro.
For real?
Yeah, I failed kindergarten.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they
How
held me
did
back,
you
bro.
fail?
That's what everybody says, bro. How did you fail kindergarten? Man, I don't know. They
You
just
didn't bring no
held your boy
snacks.
back, man.
You didn't go to sleep when you needed to.
They told me to take a nap, but you know me, man.
That boy
I'm a rebel.
rebellious.
I'm a rebel.
You failed kindergarten? No, for real?
Yeah. So I
Bro,
mean,
that ain't funny.
I was like a year older than everybody my whole life. You know, I was like, y'all youngins to me.
That fool say,
Hey, you know,
bro,
failing
what
kindergarten,
you
bro.
doing?
Man, I
You
don't
had
know.
to be bad.
I remember the teacher though, and I remember I thought she was cute when I was young. I was like, oh, this is a cute teacher. I just want to spend more time with her. So that's why I failed.
You failed to spend time with your teacher.
Yeah, because she was cute.
I mean, you know, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
Hey, kindergarten
Hey,
Ro was a player.
You gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. I understand, man.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, what's up, everybody in the live? We got Darnell here. We've been talking about this track that he had released called Parallel L's a while back. Was it March?
Yeah,
March. So y'all go pick that up. Tell them what you do, bro. Tell them about all the creative, because you just overflow with creativity.
Man, no. I do music. I do spoken word.
Mm-hmm.
That's mostly like kind of in Austin, what people know me from, like as Darnell, you know what I'm saying, Parks. Like music wise, people really don't know me like Darnell Parks. They know me like dealing with FBC.
Like half of the group.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like whenever I started doing music and I was like, yeah, Darnell Parks, I don't know who that is.
They be like, who this? This
then,
new cat? He just started rapping?
But then they be like, oh, that's that dude from FBC. Oh, that's FBC. I'm like, same person, Darnell and FBC, same person. But yeah, man, I do spoken word. I'm really into ministry at my church and everything. And a husband, man, now that takes up.
That's a role right
Husband
there,
and
bro.
A father, boy, now that take up almost everything.
How old are you right now?
I'm 27, finna be 28 in August.
Wait, when's your birthday? Oh,
August 4th.
Bro, my birthday's on July 3rd.
For real?
Yeah,
you next
it's
week.
Wednesday, bro.
Yeah, next week.
Wednesday. Turning 28, bro.
I'm turning 28 in August 4th. No,
I'm like a month
older
ahead
than
of
me,
you, bro. Yeah, and you graduated before me.
Bro, I thought that you was younger than me.
Nah, bro. Nah. I'm an old cat out in these streets. You know what I'm saying? You know what? We've been trying to invest in some youngins lately too. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, man, that's needed, man. Like, I'm real big on discipling, bro. Like, and not just, you know what I'm saying, as far as like just in church wise, but just like
in life, bro.
Yeah, like
kids don't know how to do their taxes,
bruh. My whole thing is, bruh, is building with people. Like, I just want that relationship, you know what I'm saying, with people. Like, I don't try to go and tell people like, hey man, you need to stop doing that, stop doing it, stop doing that. Of course, that's going to, you know what I'm saying, come as, you know what I'm saying, as you continue to
as
grow.
they grow.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm a person like, bruh, like, what's up? Like, let me come hang with you. Like, what's popping? Like, I had a homeboy. He was texting me. He was texting me like 2 days ago, and while we
I hope it wasn't at like 3 a.m., bro.
Nah, bro. Like, it was like maybe 9, maybe 9 something.
I'll be questioning what he needs at 3 a.m.
Nah, bro. It was like 9 something, and to be on some cool, like around 9 something, I'm almost in the bed. Like,
yeah.
For real. But he
You're
was
an old man now.
Hey, for real. Like, that's a real talk.
Yeah.
But he was telling me, and he was texting, and you know what I'm saying, he was kind of, you know what I'm saying, using some words. He was like, man, I be texting, then I have to delete what I'm saying because sometimes I be wanting to say some other words, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, bro, man, if you don't say what you need to say, I'm like, man, I'm not finna go over there and tell you, hey, man, don't talk to me like that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Don't use that word.
Don't make me roll up on you.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna tell you to do that, bro. Like, talk like how you want to talk, bro. Like, I'm a person to where I am a licensed minister, but you will still hear me talk slang. Like, I'm a person to where I talk as real as it is, bro. Like, so I'm like, man, don't be scared or try to act not yourself, you know what I'm saying, being around me, because then I'm gonna be like, I'm trying to change you, you know what I'm saying?
Why do you feel people do that? That they don't want to be themselves to, like, when they talk to you about certain topics? Is it because you're a Christian? Is it because you're black? Is it because, what is the situation?
I mean, it can, I feel like it's, a lot of it's because I am a Christian. And so, and they know how serious I am. Like, I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you take it real.
Yeah, like, I'm dead serious about it. So, they feel like because I am a Christian, that I have like almost all my stuff together. And so they say, oh, we can't talk to him about this, or we got to talk to him another type of way or something like that, or I can't tell him about this. But if you don't tell me, like, I'm a person to where if I'm talking to you and I'm trying to build with you, if you're needing help inside of a certain situation, how can I help you if you don't tell me everything that's going on?
Yeah.
Like, if you don't be real with me, I don't know what the problem is really. Like, it's just you giving me just half of everything. Like, nah, man, give me every single thing. Like, if you struggling with this, tell me. Like, you over here looking at porn and stuff like that. Don't beat around the bush and be like, yeah, man, I'll just be struggling dealing with stuff. What
Yeah.
you struggling with? Like, what
Yeah.
do I need to pray for you specifically for? You know what I'm saying? So,
Do you think that sometimes people don't want to talk to you and really disclose everything, not only because you're a Christian, but because of the view that Christians have that we just gonna Bible thump somebody? Hey, you know what I'm saying? Ta-ta. You know, get in your word. This is what God got to say about it. This is what you need to do. This is what you shouldn't be doing.
well, I will say that I'm a person that will tell you that, but I would say I feel like
Love.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like some I can say, and I know some Christians don't like hearing it and everything, but I have literally seen it and kind of been through it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've seen to where certain Christians will talk to someone, and the way that they said what they said to that person literally didn't want to, you know what I'm saying? I can see why that person wouldn't want to go, you know what I'm saying, full with any
They
other
got turned
Christians.
off
You
by
know
the
what I'm saying?
conversation.
Like, I can really see that. Like, I've really seen and witnessed it. So I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to ever do that. Like, I'm a person to where if, you know what I'm saying, you dealing with something, I'm going to be real with you. But at the same time, I'm going to tell you, since I am a Christian, I'm going to tell you what I believe in. I'm going to tell you if you are wrong. Like, if you're doing something to where I feel like that is wrong, I'm going to tell you, like, point blank. But I would tell you, you know what I'm saying, in a way to where it's just not, you know what I'm saying, just cutting at you and stuff like that.
Right. Yeah. I feel like I got a lot of friends, especially like coworkers. You know what I'm saying? You work in an office environment too, right?
Yeah.
And so a lot of times coworkers will come to you for, hey, you know what? I know you're a believer. I've been going through this. You know, I want to talk about this with somebody. And they see you living your life a certain way, and they're like, hey, can I, you know, do you have any advice? Do you have any type of wisdom? And I feel like that's a perfect opportunity that you can actually share and kind of be open with that person.
Mm-hmm.
But then there's times where you just, like, you're friends with somebody who be living a crazy lifestyle, but they don't want to hear nothing from you. Like, they don't want to hear what God got to say about it. But, like, I'm still friends with them people.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Coworkers, whatever. You know, I'll still go out and we'll grab lunch or we'll go out and do something. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to turn somebody down simply because they live a different life than me. You know what I'm saying? But I will try to be a light in their life. You know, I'll try to point them in the right direction.
Oh, that's a bit, man. I've experienced in my old job that I was in for like 3 years that a lot of people did come to me and they asked me about, you know what I'm saying, like different life things because they knew, you know what I'm saying, who I like, what I stood on and everything. And especially whenever I do spoken word, like that's the reason why I started taking spoken word seriously, was because whenever I started doing spoken word, I did it inside of an environment that was this church. Matter of fact, it's the church that I'm a member at now, but at the time I wasn't a member there. So I was going to they had this thing called soul sessions, and since I was in this little depressed state, like I was writing down all my feelings. I was upset about some stuff. And then my cousin, he heard it and he was like, hey man, you know what I'm saying? That's spoken word. And I was like, bro, no, that's not. Like, that's whack. Like, I don't do that poetry stuff. Like, I rap. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, no, man, that's what that is.
Did you
blah, blah,
think
blah.
spoken word was soft?
Yeah. Like, yes.
Because there's
like
no
that.
808s.
Like, no, it was just nobody don't wanna. I thought of it as like the sky is black.
Oh,
It's
roses
dark.
are red,
Like,
violets are blue.
like get that mess on. So I was like, that ain't that. And he was like, nah, man, it is, blah, blah, blah. And so he was a member of the church, a Greater Mount Zion. And so he told me, hey, man, come to this thing. We got like a little thing that we do poetry at, blah, 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 called Soul Sessions. So I went there and I did it. And by me doing it there, opened up so many doors. Like, I started, like, I was getting asked to go to like Christian events, some of them, but most of all the places that I was going to that people wanted me to go to were not Christian events. They were just, you know what I'm saying, like bars, clubs, stuff like that. So that gave me an opportunity, and I saw and I prayed about it, and I was able to see what God was actually doing. Like, I'm able to go into these environments and I can be as transparent as I can with these people. And they know that I'm a Christian because whenever I'm writing, I make sure to where the view that, you know what I'm saying, that I'm painting, the picture that I'm painting and everything, that you know that, oh yeah, this is a person that believes in, you know what I'm saying, this and that. And so I'm over here and I'm being very, very, very honest with these people, and they're able to be like, oh, snap, like, this dude's a Christian and he went through that. Oh, I went through that too.
Relate. They can relate.
You know what I'm saying? Like, in so many people, I had this, man, bro, I promise you, I had this person that came to me and she said that, I think it was one of the first pieces I ever did. It's called House of Mourning.
I think I've heard it. Yeah, I've heard that one.
House of Mourning, and it was that was basically off me being depressed and stuff like that. Me talking about me being inside of this room and inside of the House of Mourning. Like I said before, that is when I was able to hear God, because in Ecclesiastes it says to where, like, in a house of feasting, I mean, you really don't, like, everything is going good and everything like that. You don't really praise God and stuff like that inside of that. Like, you're having the time of your life, but it's like when the house of mourning comes, you know what I'm saying? When that bad thing comes,
right?
Then, you know what I'm saying?
Then you go back to whatever it used to be that satisfies you. You no longer turn to the Lord. But
inside of that house of mourning is when we are able to hear, like, inside of that house of mourning, God is still sovereign. Like, we don't see that, like, a lot of times, like, we don't think about it. Like, the same God who gave you all of this, who, when everything was going good and everything like that, that same God that you praise out, like, yeah, man, like, God did this, blah, 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 blah. But then when stuff started going left, like, not your way, then we like, no, God ain't do that. No, God is sovereign. God did that too. It's like, purpose.
Where God at now?
It's a purpose inside of that house of mourning. It's a purpose for you to be there. So it's a lesson to be learned. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I learned that, and whenever I did that piece, the girl actually came to me and she said, I've never heard a Christian speak that way. I never knew a Christian went through something like that. Like, I went through something like that. And by that, I was able to tell her, like, my situation and how I got out that situation. Yeah. So now she even said to where, well, now I have to start going back to church, because I didn't know to where, like, it was an answer to the way, you know what I'm saying, to the problem that I was having.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, like, and that was like probably my second time performing. And so after that, I was like, I know.
You were fueled.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I know what I need to be doing. Like, I need to be transparent. So I just spoke about I just speak about, like, a whole lot of stuff that I actually go through, and just let them know, like, hey, even though that we are Christians, that we go through the same exact things that you go to, but we know, like, someone who will help. We know an answer to these problems and everything. So, yeah, man.
Do you think that that with any type of art, that God can use it to reach people that are going through things You know what I'm saying? Not just spoken word, not just rap, not just singing or, pop music, any type of music, not just using your voice. But do you think paintings? Do
Oh
you think he can do
man,
stuff like that with paintings?
yeah. Pains. I would even say clothing, bruh. Like
Clothing
fashion.
lines and
Like
brands.
if you like I got a crap, I got it on. So like I got the symbol right here, and it's 6 feet. You know what I'm saying? And on the back of the shirt it says, "What's death to a man who dies every day?" Like when I wear this shirt, and like I got like my sisters, they actually got like a shirt, and my brother, he got a shirt and everything, and they even said to where whenever they wear it, people ask, "What does that mean?" That sparks up a conversation. Like 6 feet means basically what's death to a man who dies every day. Me saying to where I'm dying every day, like dying to my flesh every single day. Like that gives me a way. That gives me a path to be able to talk about what I believe in.
Right.
About, like, you know what I'm saying, going through this and going through that, and knowing to where I have to die to that every single day. Like I struggle, blah blah blah, and all of this, and this is the person that I lean on when I am struggling and everything. So it all, like, I think all art can be used as
It's
a tool,
Yeah,
an
yeah, yeah.
instrument. You know what I'm saying? A way to actually present the gospel. You know what I'm saying? Even your actions. Like I tell people that all the time. Like you don't even have to say anything. Like you don't have to say anything. Your lifestyle, your actions can actually be your ministering tool. Like by me, and you see how I act, how I interact with people, how I do this and how I do that, that can be like, whoa, what is up with that? And coming to ask me, hey, why do you blah blah
Right.
blah? Why you blah 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 blah? Like, hey, he said that he a Christian. Like, I don't be trusting Christians because I know how Christians was in the past, and I got hurt blah 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 by this. But you say that you're a Christian and you've been doing this for so long. I've been watching you. You know what I'm saying? And you haven't been doing this. I haven't seen you do anything shady like I've seen, you know what I'm saying, other Christians in the past do and everything, who quote unquote say that they're Christians. And so they're able to, you know what I'm saying, like build a relationship or get close to you or listen to you, trust what you're actually saying, because that's another thing to where a lot of people are doing, man. They don't trust kind of a lot of Christians because they've seen Christians in the past to where they say that they are Christians, but their actions don't match with that.
Right.
So why do I have to believe in what you're talking about? How do I know what you're saying is true if me and you we live in the same thing? You just say that you're a Christian. You just hold that title.
But you're doing the same thing.
Yeah,
as
but
me.
you're doing the same thing as me. Your actions matching mine.
Matter of fact, sometimes you don't do certain things, and you just go home and do nothing. And I'm out here partying and having fun.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact.
I think a lot of times people will come up to me and be like, Ro, I thought you grew up in church your whole life. You know what I'm saying? They think that just because you're a Christian, you grew up in church your whole life, like you can't go through something and change. You know what I'm saying? I think that a lot of times people have a problem changing because they're doing it in their own strength. Like if I think back to before I gave my life to Christ, I had a lot more problems than I do now, but I kept trying to fix these things, but every time I would try to fix them, I would just revert back to where I was. It's like I was going in circles. Every time I tried to turn around, I just kept turning around in circles. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's because I didn't have the strength of the Lord to hold me up whenever I was falling. I didn't have brothers and sisters who can be there for me and speak life into me, who can hold me accountable and things. You know what I'm saying? And so people be like, "Man, Ro, why you look like you grown up in the church your whole life?" But man, I ain't perfect. You know what I'm saying? I ain't. They feel like, "Oh, you can't relate to what I'm going through." you just been in this box your whole life. Nah.
I ain't gonna lie. I've been in church my whole life, and and I'm far from perfect.
See,
I'm far
so
from
even
perfect.
if you are in church your whole
But
life,
you got to think about it, man. Even the Apostle Paul, man, he said that he was the chief of sinners, man. He was an apostle, and he's saying this like he was the chief of sinners. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've all sinned, bro. Like, we've all fallen short of the glory. You know what I'm saying? So it's that we just like we said before, man. You know who you lean on.
right.
You know, like, you have this faith in someone, and the only reason why you have that faith is because the grace of God. He showed you grace, and he allowed you to be able to have faith in Jesus. So, I mean, that's the only reason why that I'm even inside of this position that I'm in right now. It wasn't because of myself. It wasn't because I came to this conclusion and everything like that. No, God showed grace towards me.
Right. Hey, so tell me about this spoken word. I know I'll be seeing you on flyers and stuff. You got a show here, you got a show there, at this church, at that place. How long of a set do they give you? Is it like one song, or not one song, one performance of a one spoken word segment, or how does that work?
It just really depends. Depends on
That's a lot of words to remember, bro.
To be honest, man, it really, like, from doing music and stuff like that, it really kind of, it's possibly the same. It's like, I look at it as one piece could be probably one song. The only difference is, in a song, you're repeating something. Like, if you got a hook, you're repeating that same part.
Right.
But if you have those verses and everything, depending on how you have your verses, then it's another type of way. But with spoken word, man, I just find freedom in it, because I'm not bound by a cadence, a rhythm, or anything. I can just
slow it down.
You know what I'm saying? I can do whatever I want with it.
Add some inflections on this.
Like, for real,
there's a freedom to it.
Yeah,
it's
very free, man. It was even a time. I don't know how I feel about it now, because I slowed up a little bit ever since my son was born in last year. Ever since he was born, I haven't been doing a lot of events. I've done a couple, but even with songs and spoken word, like, it was a point to where I like the spoken word over doing music. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where I'm at with that now, though, to be honest. I don't know which one I prefer to do. But like I said, spoken word is way more free. Like, but music, I feel like it's something about, man, when you find that perfect beat and that mud,
it speaks to you.
Boy, what? And then you like, snap! I really can tell this. Like, I can talk about this, and this on this. But with spoken word, though, you have that ability, I feel like, to go deeper and, like, to actually have people feel what you're actually saying. Like, I wouldn't say it's like acting, because whenever I'm doing a piece, I'm literally like, when I write, I think about where I was. Like, so if I'm writing about, you know what I'm saying, a heartbreak or something like that,
yeah,
I'm thinking about when I actually got my heart broken. Like, I'm going back and I'm seeing that inside of, like, you know, I'm picturing it and I'm trying to describe it and everything. I'm trying to get back inside of that. Like, it's been times to where I talk about something, like, I got a piece called Apologies, and I'm basically apologizing. I'm describing this situation that I put this woman through, and I actually got, like, when I was writing, I actually got, like, sad, and I was like, God, dog, like, I was really messed up.
Did you drop a tear, bro?
Sometimes when I actually do a piece, I will, like, to be honest, because,
like, performing.
Yeah, when I'm performing it, because I'm putting myself back into that that mode. Like I want you to
For the
feel. I
genuineness.
want you to understand like this is something real that I actually went through and that it's serious. Like so I get back into that same environment. I get back into that feeling, and I want you like my voice. I need you to understand it. I need you to know that my face expression. So that's why I said to where it's like acting, but I don't want you to think that I'm joking when I'm doing it. So that's why I kind of don't want to say acting, but I'm saying acting because whenever you watch something on TV and you hear them say whatever they're saying, the lines of inside of a movie,
It's
you're like,
memorized.
dog, he really mean that, like, you know what I'm saying?
Like you could feel it
Like, yeah.
from an audience perspective.
Yes. So that's why I say it's a deeper feeling if you can, you know what I'm saying, if you can tap inside of that. Like if you talk about something that's that real, if you talk about that touchy subject and everything like that, something that, you know what I'm saying, that you really feel passionate about.
Right, right. Well, let's see who's up in the live, man. I know people ain't coming in and out. What's up, Josh? Ain't seen you in a while. What's up? What's up, Diedrich? Mr. Thompson. How you doing, Grandma? My grandma's in here. I love you, Grandma.
Hey, I was playing that Oblivion. I hear that.
Yeah. Play some of that FBC in the background.
They don't understand that.
With that line,
They
bro?
don't understand it.
Break it down. What did it say?
What did I say? People thinking they cooler.
Something about a 6-pack.
Yeah.
Oh, cooler 6-pack.
Cooler light.
They're
thinking they cooler because they can. Because in there, I'm talking about like these things that's actually inside the world. Like people thinking they cooler because they can 3 things of that 6-pack. But what's 3 things of the 6-pack? What's 3? A 6-pack and you have 3 of them. That's 666.
Oh, 666. Okay, I'm trying to add it up.
Yeah, so they carrying 3 things of their 6-pack. So I'm talking about worldly things, like you see what I'm saying? Like,
see, bro, you always be going off with your bars, bro, and I really don't be catching what you be saying.
That's real talk. Like a whole lot of people who I like, because like the only people who actually know that I talk about this type of stuff is Chill, which is my brother.
Jay, right?
Like, well, Jay knows. Man, Jay be he catches some like most of all of my stuff. Like I don't have to talk to him about it. But and Chill, I don't have to really talk to him about it because he used to be around every time that I rap. So he used to like, oh, you said that? I know what you mean by that. But my wife hates it. My wife hates it. I go to my wife, and before I actually make it permanent, I'm like, hey, check this out. And I'd rap it to her,
explaining it to
and
her.
she like, that's too much. Like, you had 3 meanings behind that. Nobody's not gonna get that. I'm like, but it's the art behind it.
What is that?
Counts.
Like a triple entendre or whatever they call it.
Entendre.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. Man, I was actually sharing some of your spoken word stuff with a coworker this past week.
Oh, word.
Yeah, and she was writing some stuff, and I was trying to encourage her. And what would you say to somebody who's just starting off and they want to do some spoken poetry, some spoken word, whatever what's your advice?
I ain't gonna lie, I'm still new, but
you've been in for a while now. You got a couple.
Yeah,
you got a couple under your belt.
Yeah. Just study, be genuine, and be free with it. And like, don't be like scared to actually go out and to share it. So I found that out to where a lot of people that do poetry, they do it in, inside of their rooms, and that's it. Like a lot of people write, bro. Like I've learned that a lot. A lot of people write, but a lot of people do not like sharing. And I tell them, I'm like, man, you don't know what, like, that stuff that you have inside of that pad, like, you don't know how it can help somebody. Like, so,
or even how good it is. Some people are amazing artists, but they don't ever share with anybody.
Yeah, they lack the confidence. So I mean, I just tell them, man, just go out there and try it, man. Go to the little open mics. That's what I'm saying. That's basically what I did, and let people hear them. And don't be afraid of notes. I say notes. So when someone gives you a critique or whatnot, like dealing with that, like, hey, because like when you go to a poetry slam,
They be doing this. Is that how they do it over there?
it depends. Yeah, most of them, like if you in a real spot like full of poets, then yeah, they gonna do that. But like if you just somewhere with a whole lot of people, they still clapping. Like, and that's what I like, cause you know I'm coming from the music.
Yeah.
I come from music, man. So I'm like, man, y'all don't be doing all that. If y'all like it, yell. You know what I'm saying? Clap. Let me know that you know what I'm saying, that we engaged here. But just go out there and do it, man. Don't be afraid to what people will say, especially other poets, because that's what I did. Like other people who know how to write, I went to them and I, you know what I'm saying, told them about this and that, like let them hear it, and they gave me feedback like, hey, like that ain't, you know what I'm saying, that's cool, but I really didn't understand. Like my first year, bro, this is how, man, God was like, he was really working whenever I first got into poetry, bro. Like my first year of doing poetry. First year. Matter of fact, I wasn't even doing poetry a full year yet. It was in that first little year, couple of months. I got selected to go to Legacy in what this year? This 19, right?
Yeah, this 19.
2017. I was selected to go to Legacy in Chicago. I submitted my poem, my spoken word or whatever, and they selected, was it seven of us? Yeah, I think it's 7 or 6 of us.
You were one of the chosen few.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And that was it was like in a poetry slam type of environment. Like you had Preston Perry.
I don't know who that is.
You know Preston Perry?
Nah, bro.
You know who Jackie Hill Perry?
Yeah.
That's her husband.
Okay.
They both do poetry.
Yeah. Okay.
So Preston Perry. Who else was there? Do you know
Tyler Perry?
No, Tyler wasn't there.
Okay.
I you know what I'm saying? I think Tyler would have messed with some stuff. I would have said, man, if Tyler was there.
Tyler talented, man.
Hey man, Tyler, hey, for real, my boy, he be working. You know who Ezekiel is? He's a poet. He do poetry.
I think I might have heard of him.
He was there, and I forgot the third person. But they basically, it was some, you know what I'm saying, Christian poets, the ones who are, I guess you want to call them big, you know what I'm saying?
Right, bigger names.
Yeah. So they were there, and they were able to critique, you know what I'm saying, our poetry and stuff like that. And from like what they said about mine, like off top, like I can write, but they didn't capture what I was actually saying. Some of them didn't capture
like
what I was
went
actually
over their
saying.
head. Like it was too in depth.
Basically, they didn't know. They said to where as far as keeping people engaged in it, perfect. The way that I wrote, perfect. But he just didn't catch what I was actually talking about through the whole thing. But I knew that even though that it was his opinion, because a lot of other people that were from the audience, they actually knew what I was talking about. Like they came to me, hey, you were talking about a girl, blah, 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 about blah, blah, blah. I was like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Like, oh, snap. Like, I understand that, blah, blah, blah. So I knew that even though that was his opinion, that's still someone that didn't get it. So what that tells me is I have to explain it better. You know what I'm saying? Like I have
in your writing process.
Yeah. Like either I have to beforehand, I need to explain what the piece is about. So then while you're hearing it, you can actually catch the pieces, like why I'm saying the pieces, because the piece is I think you will understand it if you hear it, but if you can't catch some of the lines that I'm saying inside of there,
like when you saying them too fast.
No, like it just might not catch it. Like the line might be a scheme that I'm saying, and you might not get it. And you like, why did he say all of that? Like I don't understand why he said all that.
Yeah, and I feel like these kind of things are often a story, right?
Yeah.
And you're walking someone through how you're feeling or what you went through or some kind of storyline. And if I feel like just like a movie, if I miss a part because I went to the restroom, then I don't know the rest.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if I miss a piece of your spoken word,
Now you off.
then I don't know where you at with the rest of it.
Yeah. That's perfect. That's perfect. Like, and to be honest, man, and that's on me. That's really with me. Some of it is on me, because I know how I write. I'm a complicated person. Just in real life, I'm complicated. So
This is true.
so whenever I write like that. So I can't even fault somebody be like, bro, I did not understand what that was. And after you said that, I could not follow you. Like, if somebody said it to me, I'd be like, I can understand that, bro. Like, so now I have to explain it to them. They like, oh, I understand why you said that. But at the time, man, that was just too much in one little segment.
Yeah.
So that's on me, that makes me to the point to where whenever I write in the future, to write a little bit clearer, so then people who aren't that fast, you know what I'm saying, to catch inside of the moment, they will be able to catch it. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody you can't rewind. It's not something to where it's a movie or anything to where you can just go back and rewind it. You know what I'm saying? This is just like you at the theaters. Once you
well, that's live, but you can always make the YouTube videos and the people can
Yeah.
replay it back. But let me ask you this. Have you ever thought about doing like props with it? You know what I'm saying? Like certain videos interacting or something that you can physically hold or do something with.
So you kind of touching on something that I'm supposed to be doing.
Oh, this new?
Yeah, but it's cool. So I do something like that in my piece for apologies. Like I have this I get out a penny inside of my piece because I said that I was a disappointment to the one who sent me.
Cent.
Yeah, I was a
1 cent.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was a disappointment to the one who sent me. But before that, I said that I awarded her with the trauma that she I awarded her with the trauma and that she holds, and nobody knew about it. That it was undisclosed activity to my family, so nobody knew about it. I was a disappointment to the one who sent me. My back was turned. I have to turn over a new leaf. Ooh. So in God I trust. I'm just trying to resemble the faith of Abraham.
Oh,
so,
Lincoln.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So you know what I'm saying?
Flip over.
So
it's a penny.
So when you
In
flip
God
over,
we trust.
in God we trust.
Abraham Lincoln.
And but what else?
I don't know. What else?
So I'm saying to where before that I said the trophy, I awarded her the trauma. I awarded her like basically like it was a trophy. What's a trophy? A trophy is like, let's say like an Oscar.
Right.
I said I said that nobody knew about it. It was undisclosed activity to my family. Oscar, family. And then I said to where I was a disappointment to the one who sent me. What's a cent? A penny. Oscar, family, penny. After I said that, I said that it wasn't one of my proud moments, but because of my pride, it became one of my proud moments. Proud family. So that's what I'm saying. Like stuff like that. Like I have to actually bring out a penny so they can catch at least that part. Nobody's going to catch the proud family thing. Like I always have to explain that part. But the penny part, at least they'll be able to catch and see that part. If any of
y'all caught the proud family part, no, you know what I'm saying? Talk about it,
man. But I've actually said to where, like my music now, like when you listen to Parallel L's, and some of my new music that's finna come out later on this year, it's all a story. Like every song that I'm coming out with, like probably for the next, I don't know how long, it's all going to be a story. Like all of it's going to be all together. And whenever I perform, if I get a set,
like a whole 20 minutes or something.
If I get like 20 or 15 minutes, I can actually perform that. And I've been saying to where
You could walk people through
I
something.
want to have either a setup or have maybe actors or me acting out basically what I'm actually doing, like as far as songs wise. But my poetry as well, my poetry is interludes for my songs. So even my spoken word pieces that I have, they all connect to my music too. So they're like interludes. They explain what the song will be about. And I actually did that on my first thing that I ever came out with. It's not on SoundCloud anymore, but it was called Piece of Me. That was the first time I ever did a song by myself. That was when my first year that I started doing poetry. I would record my poetry, and I made pieces, and then I made half songs. Like every song on there was like a minute and something long. But it was a piece of me. It was a piece of a song. It was a piece of me, and I had pieces, spoken word, inside of there as well. So that's why I called it. Yeah, that's why I call it Piece of Me. So that's what, like in the future, like my shows, like that's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be like stories, and you'll be able to act it out. Like man, it's all art, man. I love creativity, but like that is.
I tell people,
it's gonna be a treat, man.
Like, I don't even want to hang out with people that aren't striving to better themselves nowadays.
I need to hang around people like that, man, because that fuels me. Like if I see you doing something creative, like me looking at this, like when I came up in here and I said, "Bruh, this is a lot of stuff." Like me seeing this, I'm like, "Oh, this dude doing it." So
yeah.
So for me, that makes it to where even though this is something that I don't do, this makes me like, well, I gotta grind. Like my boy over here, he grinding. Like he making stuff happen. Like he got this camera right here, the lights, microphone, the system. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, bro, like I gotta step something up. Like I have to see his grind, how he has it here, and I can even just feed off of it and do it. You know what I'm saying? And on my end, in my lane, like you don't do spoken word, but I can still use that same grind. Like obviously you have to put money behind this stuff. So right. I'm like, dang, like how did you save up to, you know what I'm saying, get your money, even though we in two different situations.
Don't have a wife and kids. That's the truth.
Even though we're in two different situations with the wife and kid and being single, yeah. I can still be like, bruh.
Well, I'm not single. I got 6 girlfriends. One for every day of the week, and then Sunday I rest.
Hey, man, that's a real player move, bruh.
Hey, it just makes sense to me.
Ain't that hard?
No, I don't buy him nothing.
That's still hard, boy. That's so, like, bruh, I was doing that, like, it's so bad to talk about.
I'm just playing, bro.
I was about to say, man, it's so bad to talk about because I used to do that, bro.
I appreciate how you were gonna accept me, though. You was gonna be like, "Hey, that's my boy," you know.
Yeah, you still
do what
my
you
boy,
do, man.
But I was still gonna talk to you about it. I was like, bro, ain't that hard though? Like, don't you get tired of trying to please everybody?
No,
like,
it ain't 6. It's just 3.
That's still a lot, bro.
No, it is.
Like when I was a kid, like it was so easy to do that because all you have to do is just let them be at different schools and make sure they don't know each other.
You was one of those.
Man, cut that out. So all you have to do is do that. But like now, like whenever I got to college and stuff like that, trying to do that, I'm in a bigger space now, like in Austin. I'm in a bigger space now. So whenever I got here, and if I was trying to, you know what I'm saying, to do like the 3 or something like that, that was so hard. Like, it was draining. Like, I was like, bro, I can't do this. Like, somebody got to go. Like, you out of here. Like, it's too much. Maybe let me see how I am with these two. Like,
when did you get married, bro?
I got married. I just made 2 years in April 8th.
Okay. So, this dating in 2019 and even the last couple years, I feel like has been one of the crazy experiences.
I don't even know how you do it.
These women nowadays are really playing dudes.
Nah, man, that's That's
I
low key been
when
like
I was
that
growing
for,
up,
for
I
the
didn't think
longest.
that everybody would tell me, "Hey, the men play the women."
Nah, bruh.
That's what I heard when I was growing up.
Bruh, I know some savages. Like,
Well, I know savages now.
I know,
but I
knew
feel
some
like
savages then. Like, bruh, what? I'm from a place to where, to be on just all the way real with you, bruh. I'm from a place to where, of course, the dudes and everything like that, yes, I saw it all the time. Because I hung around it, I was doing it,
yeah,
whatever. But I knew females that were doing the exact same thing. The exact same thing. And even sneakier, bruh. They don't get caught. Because they don't get caught. It was a joke. I forgot who said it. It was a joke, but it was so true. And they said that the reason why females don't get caught was because with their friends are they're not dumb enough to say something basically stupid like that would mess up the story or something like that.
Oh yeah.
When
Mid
dudes
conversation, let something slip.
when dudes do it, we mess around. We're like, nah, we
Oh,
all.
is
I didn't. He wasn't over here. I don't know why he said he was over here, but he lied and said that he was over here because he was somewhere else. But your dumb behind, you just ratted. You know what I'm saying? Your boy out. Like, I low key did that one time, and I didn't know that I did it.
You wrong, bro.
I didn't. I forgot about. I didn't know that I did it, bro. And I said that. Yeah, he was over here. And she was like,
That's not what he told me.
That's not what he said. I was like, oh, and she went to him and was like, your brother lied. Your brother told on you. Your brother told on you. And I was like, dang, I didn't know. But that won't happen to a female. You won't catch a female slip like that.
It's true, but they will talk about it when they get around each other.
Yeah.
Yo, they got a whole Thanksgiving meal lined up. They got the side piece. They got another side. They got another side. They got another side. And a lot of times they don't even got a main piece.
That's a fact. That's a fact, man. But I don't know how that is now. You know, I don't be paying attention and nothing like that. But yeah, it was like that back in the day. Like that, it's always been like that. But I can only imagine how it is now, bro. I bet it is even more crazy out there. Like, I'm praying for you, man. It's hard. I know it's hard out here.
Pray for you, boy.
I know it's hard out here.
You know it's hard out here for a pimp.
You went back with that one, man.
Yeah, I did.
You went back with that one.
Hey, did you I'm gonna put you on the spot here. You come prepared to do some spoken word? You think you can do something?
I mean, I can.
If you mess up, you know it's only live.
It's only live.
You know you can't edit this post.
You know, I can do some of my my piece that I have they're called abandonment. The reason why is because abandonment is like the piece. Abandonment and apologies are like the pieces that anytime that I go somewhere and do it, they like, oh, we want to hear the one that you did, blah, 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 like that you did there. And I was like, yeah, that's abandonment. Oh, what's the other one? Apologies. Do that. Do those two. And that's the only ones that they want to do. Like,
how many do you have?
Man, I don't know. Again, because I haven't wrote a piece in a little second. Like, the only time that I was writing pieces last year in 2018 was for church. Like, my church, they was like, hey, we need a piece for this service, for this series.
Right.
And we want you to go up and want you to do a piece about it. So I did like 3 pieces like that in 2018, but other than that, I didn't write anything in 2018.
Oh, that's cool how your church is embracing your artistic talents.
Man, bruh, like, and this is before I even was a member. Wow. Before I was even a member of the church, like I started going to the church in September.
2018?
Yeah, I started going in September 28. Wait.
So this is 2019 now.
No, I started going in 2017.
Okay.
I was going in 2017 in September, and then I didn't join. Me and my wife, we didn't join until the first Sunday in January in 2018. So from September to January, we were just going to the church. You know what I'm saying? Trying to, you know what I'm saying, see how it is and everything like that. Trying
And
to
they
see
embraced
if
you.
we were gonna, you know what I'm saying, actually join the church. And me just going there, me already, you know what I'm saying, speaking with the pastor, with the lead pastor and everything. I already had a relationship with one of the other pastors there. So it was already cool with me and him. And then me and the lead pastor, we became real cool. And for me not even being a member there yet, and they said, hey, we want you to, you know what I'm saying, do this, blah, blah, blah. We know your view on this. And once I did that, and they actually saw like the effort that I took inside of writing, like my theology wise, and
Right.
like how I shaped the words in order to bring out the message of it, they were like, oh no, we have to keep using you, bro. And so like they literally said, we're going to use you, like you have to be used. And I was like, hey, just
Lord, use me. I want to
hey,
be used
you know what I'm
up.
saying, man? I'm just a servant. So that's when I started actually doing those a lot more. But I haven't really been writing like that, like in the last couple of like year or two, or something like that.
Because
So
you got your kid, you got married.
yeah, man, I didn't feel like
Life gets
doing,
busy, bro.
but I know I have a lot to write about now. I have a lot to write about, but it's just I want to wait for the right time to actually bring it out. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't even want to rush me writing or anything like that. Like I've done songs, like the little songs that I have now that are going to be coming out soon, soon, soon. Um, they will explain a little bit of like kind of what I'm in now and what I was going through. But yeah, man, it should be cool.
Which one do you think you want to share?
I do abandonment. I do a little bit of abandonment. I do a little bit of that.
Okay. Can you set the scene for abandonment? Tell us what it's about first. Help us to realize what we're about to experience.
So abandonment is basically me speaking about me being inside a relationship, and inside that relationship, the relationship ended, and so because that it ended, I was upset of how it ended. I was upset of the person. I was upset um, of the time that I felt like I wasted. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Inside of that, and so
Was this the 4-year one you were talking about?
yeah, that's the one that I was in for so long. And so um, I speak about it, and because of that, that trauma, it made me feel some type of way, and it made me whenever I became cool with my wife, um, it made me act a certain way towards her
Because of
because
what you went
of
through.
what I went through.
So
And
you were
so
taking it out on
yeah,
her.
so I had like different things how like I view things, like in the end of it, which I'm not gonna get to, but the end of it, I say to where I have magnified pupils. Something so small can turn into something so big, because like I can, something like it could be a small situation, but I can make it big, like because I'm a
Right.
person to where I'm like I will talk to you about some stuff, and it can be this small little thing, but I can blow it up like in an
Out of
instant.
proportion.
You know what I'm saying? So I had abandonment issues. Like I don't know if you really hear. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know if you really care. Like you say this, but you know down the line you just gonna, you know what I'm saying, change your mind and everything. And so at the end, I told her I told her the problem and everything. I finally told her, and she told me that she'll love me, that she'll never leave me, and it was true. This is like very true. Like I remember it was at my apartment that I had at the time, and it was inside the kitchen, like going to the washroom. I was crying, inside of her arms, and I was like, I'm afraid because I know that what I went through, I'm taking it out on you, and I don't mean to do that to you. And so, and she told me to where, and on that, whenever I'm telling her all this stuff that's going on, she said that I love you and I'll never leave you. And when she said that, and I said that inside the piece, when she said that, I heard God literally tell me at that same time that he loved me, that he'll never leave me. So, like I heard both of them clear as day on in that specific time. And the issue was that even though that I had that issue with the girl that I for 4 years that I had that relationship with, because of that made me have it threw me off with my relationship with God, because I actually was afraid, like, dang, this person, I was with this person and we were like together, like intimate and everything, and like I can actually touch her, you know what I'm saying, like face to face, and this person did me wrong.
If she do that, God gonna do that.
God, I can't even see God, you know what I'm saying, and if like I feel like that he can do the same exact thing if this person that's right here, you know what I'm saying, in front of me did it. So I feel like that he can just leave me and stuff like that.
But then your wife, which you were dating at that time, right?
Yeah, later. Yeah.
And so you were talking to her, and she said, "I'm not gonna leave you," and you felt the Lord say, "I'm not gonna leave you" at the same time.
He said it. He said that at the same time. He said right when she said it. Then I heard him literally, because I was crying inside her arms, bro. Right. And I heard her say that, and then I heard him say it, and I was like, dang. And so at the end, that's how it literally ends. Like I heard them both clear as day on this day. Yeah. So don't leave me. So
you were like, now this is what I was going through when I felt like I was being abandoned.
Yeah, like I felt like I was being abandoned the whole time. I had abandonment issues. I had trust issues.
That's relatable, bro.
Yeah, man. It was.
I feel like people can relate to that.
Yeah, man. It was kind of hard.
But whenever you ready, bro, I'm ready to hear some of this.
Nah, man. I do the beginning half of it.
Okay. Take your time. If you need to read it off your phone.
Nah,
ain't
man.
No shame in it,
nah,
bro.
I don't need to read it.
You know them people say, hey, let me do a freestyle real quick. Hold on, let me. Okay. Yeah, back in the day when I was young. You know what I'm saying? It's like, come on, man. Bro. That ain't freestyle. Nah. You're looking up these lyrics.
Nah, man. Eyes are made for seeing, while eyebrows around, and I only can find lashes. The Bible teaches me not to get even. Well, my 2020 does not mean that we're tied. It only means that I'm laced with fear inside of my heart, and I can perfectly see that. These sacred scars, they only surrender a shh. Peaky promising never to drop anything, no matter who comes in contact. Withholding everything, so do my eyes. They are a storage, holding all of this rage, and every tear is compact with pain. And I feel every one of them as they fall from my face. It feels like a blade that's caressing my cheek. As I bleed out joy, I'm all for donating. But let me just keep saying for myself. I promise you I'm not being selfish. See, this all started years ago. When your best friend gave me your number, she said, hey, you should probably give her a ring. Let's fast forward. No, let's go back. If this was years ago, I would did some sign language with my fingers. I regret giving you that ring. I understand that my pencil lead is not always sharp. That just means that I'm not always right. I know that I did my fair share of wrongs. I know I'm wrong, but what you wrote was wrong. You put my life in a loop. You were an expert in cursive, curving my conversations, had me believing the things that I knew that were correct. Could they really be incorrect? See, you should have received your bachelor's in confusion. You gave me issues that I didn't even subscribe for. Now my inner state is now under construction. My roads in my mind now need service. Now my ride or die has to pay for the toll that you put on me. See, the thing that you said that was an accident resulted in the toll of one dead body that is now afraid of change. Like being different has to be of the devil, and I wanted no part of that. I was without vision. God was leading me to the land that was promised. I am in the middle of troubled waters, but like I said, I'm blind. But when I'm able to see, I will part it. But yeah, man, that's just. Hopefully, people get, you know what I'm saying, the stuff that I'm saying.
I think I was catching like at least half of it. You know, I think I caught at least half of it.
At least half of it.
You know, I'm trying to follow it, but by the time you saying the next line, I'm over here like, oh, that first line just hit me. You know what I'm saying? Man, it just got me.
I feel like that piece is, I explained it okay.
Yeah.
But I do feel like to where it had like a whole lot of things to where that people, you know what I'm saying, like they wouldn't, you know what I'm saying, grasp to, stuff like that. Like the
rose. I heard something about a rose.
Huh?
Something about a rose. A rose?
I don't know.
I was trying to figure that one out.
A rose?
Yeah. Maybe I heard wrong.
I was about to say, I don't know if I said nothing.
Maybe I heard wrong.
Nope. I've to this day. Did you get the Moses thing?
Moses part. What were you talking about?
Yeah, like that was because a lot of, like, that's one of the things to where a lot of people do not get the part to where at the part that I just ended off of saying to where I parted the sea, saying to where I was without vision, God was leading me to the land that was promised. I was I'm in the middle of troubled waters, and like I said, I was blind, but when I'm able to see. I will be able to part it. So a lot of people they don't ever get that, or they don't get the, like, in the beginning part to where I'm saying I'm doing like all the eyes, the eyebrows, the lashes, and everything. Whenever I say that, no matter Picky promising never to drop anything, no matter who comes in contact. Like, they don't think about eye drops, contacts, like, because I'm saying that from the previous eyelashes and stuff like that. So I mean, it's those little detail stuff that I love and everything, and that makes something like that to me great. But some people like, bro, it's too much. Like, you need to.
I don't think it's too much. I think be you, be creative, do what you love, do what you want to put out there, and just explain it where you can.
You're right.
Not everybody's gonna get it, but there's gonna be a group of people that are gonna get it.
And that group of people is very, very, very small.
It's a small circle, bro.
That's a small
but
circle.
People can always replay something.
Yeah, you right that they can always replay, but it depends on, like, the environment, man. Like, it depends on, like, if I'm doing it, like, some people, they will, like, record, like, while you actually doing it. Like, of course, you know what I'm saying, especially now with people on social media and stuff like that. Yeah. So you have people that's doing it now, but not everything is, like, recorded for them to be able to do that. And bruh, oh my gosh. I remember when me and my wife, when we was just cool before we started. This was when we not even. I think this was like our first date. This is our first date.
What'd you do? You did some spoken poetry to her?
No, that is too cheesy.
Really?
Yeah, I wouldn't do that, bro.
Oh, I'm a cheesy kind of man, but keep going.
I wouldn't do that, bro. This. Oh my god, we went on a date with this other couple. What the world? We went on this date.
I thought it was gonna be a scary story.
We went on this date with this other couple that we work with, and this girl from an event. She was from the thing that I call, like, soul sessions. This girl, she heard me do one of my first pieces. So I think with
you
the
on
Cheddars.
your first date with your wife.
This is my first date.
So this girl that knew you before is about to come up to you?
Like, she's at the restaurant. Like, I don't know her. Like,
but she knows you.
Yeah, she saw me and I looked at her and you know what I'm saying, she looked familiar.
Yeah.
She's with her date as well. So I'm with my date the people, the two couples, the couple that that's from my job, and she's with the dude that she's with.
Yeah.
And we walked inside of, we was at Cheddar's. We walk inside of there, and this girl looks at me, and I'm a person to where I'm a look. I was like, okay, and I turn my head like, oh, she look familiar. I'm not finna try to figure out who this person is. You know,
this?
she stared at.
That's
me.
what she did, bro.
She stared at me, bruh. I was like, and I was so mad because, bruh, I'm. At the time, I was working out, so, you know what I'm saying, I was kind of, you know what I'm saying, okay, like, so I could fight if I needed to, but her dude was over there looking. I saw her dude look at her, stare at me, and so I'm like, man, this dude looking at me now.
He about to get up and go fight
you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, bruh, if I finna have to fight up in
And this
here,
your first date with your girl.
my first, bruh, and she looking like what's going on?
Looking?
And she came and started looking at me. And so I had to play it off like how she's doing it. She said, hey, don't I? And I'm like, yeah, I know you from somewhere. And I'm still trying to keep my distance. I was like, I know you from somewhere. She was like, you that dude do spoken word. And I was like, yeah, I guess. It was my first time doing it. So yeah, I did it before. This girl pulled out her phone.
She took a picture with you.
No, she wrote down my lyrics. She told my wife. But at the time, just on our first date, she told them, she was like, oh, he is such, like, she was just going on. And she said, oh man, his poetry is so good. She pulled out her phone, went to her notes, and started reading me back, like, stuff that I said. I was like, she was like, why is this girl? Like, I was like, bro, this is not a good, it's cool. It was so cool. But me and my wife would look at it now, and she was like, I did not like that. She was like, I did not like, I don't know why this girl came up to you. She was a little bit too friendly, and she was on a date. And I was over there like, bro, I'm finna have to, man, this dude finna
I would have been mad if I was her date. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, I would have felt played. That's why I said
I was talking to this dude.
He would have called a fade. Like, real talk. Like, something would have happened.
I would be like, nah, we leaving. My car already started. Let's go.
Nah, bro. I wouldn't even ride. Nah, I ain't finna drive her nowhere if she over here jocking off another dude, like, off his poetry.
Well, I wouldn't have let it get to that. I would have been like, nah, we leaving. Oh, you walking over there? Nah, we're gonna take the back road.
That was so funny. Me and my wife, we laugh about it still to this day. I laugh about it. But she didn't like that at all. She was like, that was on our first date too. And then and then she will not let me live it down because a girl, she texted me on our first date too, and I was texting her back.
Wow.
Wrong
move, buddy.
But so whenever I say first date, we weren't official to say to where we were actually together.
You were just getting to know each other.
Yeah, we were just doing that. So I was just, a person text me, so I'm just texting them back. Like, I'm not thinking nothing of it. I'm thinking that we just cool. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, you don't do that, bro. You're on a date. You put the phone off to the side.
I feel like you only do that whenever it's like you like on a date. Like, y'all are trying to see if y'all finna make it to that level. We weren't doing that yet. We were just going out to eat. Like,
it was just a group.
Yeah.
But the other two people you were with were on a date.
Yeah, they were a couple. They were a couple.
Bro, you got to know at this point, you basically being set up.
I didn't look at it that way. I just looked at it because we was like, hey, man, you want to go to the Austin Park? So we just went to go-karts. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, you got set up, bro.
That was not a date to me. That was not a date to me. Like, it wasn't a date. It was a date to where we finna go out, we finna have fun, and blah, blah, blah. But it's not like no romantic. We finna try to see if we finna make this a relationship like that.
I don't know. When people watch this back, they're gonna be like, yeah, you shouldn't have been on your phone. They're gonna agree with me on this one. They might disagree with me about, not letting the girl go talk to the dude.
Man, forget
but they gonna agree with me on this one.
Forget that, man. I think I did. I didn't even, I only text back once though.
This is one.
Yeah, I wasn't like having a full blown dialogue. Like,
you over here having a whole conversation with this girl, man. You got another one sitting in front of you.
Nah. I wouldn't do that. I don't want to make her feel played like that. Like, that'll make anybody feel played, even if we just like cool. like just on some friend stuff, I wouldn't even be doing all that, ignoring our
Would
conversation.
you do that if you were having lunch with a bro?
Depending on what we're talking about. Depends on what we are discussing. If it's something like important and stuff like that, and we having like a real conversation, I would not be on my phone. I want you to understand to what I'm saying is serious, and I want you to understand to where I'm paying attention to everything that
But
you're
if we
saying.
just chilling,
If we just chilling, nah, I'll be on my phone all day. Like if you ain't saying nothing, bro, I'm gonna be on my phone. And I'm like, hey man, you see this mess? Ah, that was funny. You see these shoes? Hey man, I'm thinking about these shoes, bro. Like,
hey, how often do you text your wife during the day?
it's different now. Just simply because my work schedule, like I don't do the same thing anymore, and it's like I'm way more busier. But I still text a couple of times, like maybe.
You be doing those. I made it to work. Hey, I'm on lunch.
No,
Just got
I don't.
off on my way home.
I used to do that. But I don't do it as much. Like I text her, y'all okay? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because she's at home with my son all day. So I'm like, y'all okay? You know what I'm saying? She was like, yeah, we okay. All right then. And then I'll text back another time if she'll text me if she needs something, or if I need her to do something, or we trying to see what we're gonna eat, blah blah blah. But like for no reason, I sometimes text her like, hey, miss you, you know what I'm saying? Love you, whatever. Or I call, what he doing? Like he
you
over
pick
there
up
asleep.
flowers sometimes on the way home.
No, I don't do that. I did that probably maybe twice since we've been married. Maybe twice. I don't see. I'm not that type of person to where I pick up flowers like that. I'm a person to where my wife, she likes plants. She likes plants, but this is the reason why like we got along whenever we first got cool. She loves clothes like I do. She loves music like I do, and everything. So
So that's a
I
different
would
thing
go,
that you would do.
boy. I would go and I would on a Saturday I would just go out with, not just bring me and my son. We'll just go somewhere and I'll just like, you can stay at home, you know what I'm saying? Just have some, you know what I'm saying, your time. And we would go, and she know good as well that I would want to buy me something. So I always buy him something. Anytime that I go out, he's going to get something. So I buy him something, and I look at something for myself, like, oh man, I can get this for myself. But then I look at something else, and I was like, but she'll like this. So I will buy her something before I buy myself something. So
That's cool.
I do a whole lot of that, like to where she would get something like clothes wise, shoes wise, and stuff like that before I would.
That's
I know.
That's a
I
good
know.
man.
I'm probably,
That's a good man.
Yeah, I'm probably like the best guy ever for that.
So I was thinking about trying to capitalize off of dudes who don't do stuff like that. Let me tell you what I was thinking. I was thinking about buying a whole bunch of like flowers and cards and candies and all these kind of little things, and selling them on the street on the red lights. You know what I'm saying? Get some extra money. These dudes driving home, they know they did something wrong. They gotta pick up a little flower or something. Hey, there's a convenience fee. It's gonna be $10 for this rose, but you know what I'm saying. Your lady gonna smile. You gonna have a good night.
I don't know, man. Like,
I'm trying to hustle. You know what I'm saying?
I feel that, but I feel like in 2019, bro, like it's sad. But I've even spoken with a couple of people, and they really just don't care about that. They like it'll blow over. It'll blow.
You know
over.
what? I've done the same thing. I'll be talking to people, and they be like, I'll be like, yo, why ain't you going home to your wife or whatever? They'd be like, we got a little fight. I'm like, well, why don't you go pick something up? Make that extra effort to try to fix that relationship. Fix whatever y'all fought about. It's probably something small anyways. It always is something small. You know what I'm saying? It's like, they're like, you know what? I'm just give it a couple days. She'll get over it.
Yeah, The get over thing is, and that happens. So some people, you know what I'm saying, they just need that time, that space. And whenever I say space, I'm not saying to where you leave the house and you don't go back to the house. But
About
even if
sleeping on
y'all
the couch.
inside the same, nah, man, I do not believe in that mess. Like we both are inside this house. This is both of our house. I'm sleeping inside this bed. No matter how mad we are, we both sleeping inside this bed. I'm not finna go to the couch. I'm not finna go to the couch.
Especially if I bought that bed. If I bought
I'm
the
not-
bed, I'm sleeping in the
Yeah,
bed.
I don't care, bro. Like we not finna do that. Like, I mean, but it does happen. Sometimes I feel like you shouldn't go to bed upset, you know what I'm saying, with each other. But that's how I am. I'm a person to where me and my wife, we are totally different when it comes down to communicating wise, like arguments. Like I'm a person to where if something is wrong, I want to talk about it right then and there.
That's
Like
how I am.
I know soon as the stuff happen, let's talk. Let's go ahead and get it over with.
She want to wait because she want to cool down. She want to think about it.
She wants to think about it. She wants to be able to present it in a nice, loving way. She wants to be able
So
to
she's not in
gather
her
her
feelings.
thoughts. Yeah, she wants to gather her thoughts and everything like that. So even though I love that, that's dope because you want to make sure to where you're not finna say anything that's finna be messed up on my end. You know what I'm saying? You try to make
Say
sure
something you can't take back.
you know what I'm saying? That's how she is. But me, I'm not like that. I'm a person like let's talk now. So it's like
So
a
you gotta
thing-
be patient.
Yeah, it's a thing to where we have to that we still work on now. I feel like communication inside of a marriage, I feel like that's a forever thing to where you can always get better at. Like that's the thing to where I have to get to a point to where let her breathe. You know what I'm saying? And on something like I feel like
How long does that usually take though?
see that's the other part. That's the other part. I feel like that I need to let her go, and on my end I need to let her do that. But at the same time, she has to work on trying to go and on my end and try to go ahead and talk about it as well. So not taking a couple of days because on a thing like me,
That'll eat you up for a couple of days.
Bruh, I told that's my thing. Like if we are in disagreements about something and I want to go ahead and talk about it now so we can go ahead and handle it so it won't be, you know what I'm saying, any tension or anything like that. I want to go ahead and handle it. If you say that you don't want to talk about it right now and stuff like that, and we just go about it, and like 4 days later, you finally at a point to where you want to talk about it, I won't be to the point to where I'm like, I don't care anymore. Like
Right.
it's just gonna be what it is because now
You
I don't
moved
want
on
to.
at that
I don't
point.
want to even talk
But
about it.
now it's like,
no
why are you
more.
bringing up the past?
So
Why you ladies always bringing up the past?
it's a thing to where we both work on it. Like I let her go and have her moment on some things. Some things we go ahead and we talk about it right then and there. So it's allowing both, you know what I'm saying, to get what you want. Sometimes you're just gonna sacrifice, you know what I'm saying, and I just have to be patient and just wait, you know what I'm saying.
Bro, I hate drama.
Yeah, I feel that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, I hate fighting with people.
Yeah.
I don't want to argue with nobody. I get that whenever you need to speak about a subject and you need to talk about something, you need to talk about it. Sometimes you're going to bump heads. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you might not have the same opinion about something. That's cool. Talk it out. That's my thing. Talk it out. Get past it. See each other's views, understand each other's views. Let's move on. I want to respect whatever it is you think. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of times people just want to fight about these small things. And I'm like, look, I'm not going to fight about this. You know what I'm saying? Like I was talking to this one girl. I gave her my number. No. She gave me her number.
Okay.
Yeah. So she gave me her number and she was like, hey, call me. And I said, you know what? I'm going to call you later because right now I'm busy, you know, but I do want to talk to you. That sounds like a great plan to me. So, you know, a day went by. She hit me up, said, hey, lose my number since you ain't call me. A day, bro. I'm like, look, internally, I'm like, that's petty to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, why you getting so upset? I get that you want to talk to me. Cool, I want to talk to you too. But it's been a day, and I got stuff going on. And you know I got stuff going on because I'm a busy man. I do a lot of things. So that's a day. She like, lose, you know what I'm saying? Lose my number.
But y'all knew each other. Did y'all know each other before the number?
No, not really.
Well, then she didn't know that you was a busy person.
Nah, but you know, you're on social medias and stuff a little bit, so
Yeah, but nah, man. That one, she a savage because she said just lose my number. Dude, I would be so upset if somebody just texts me that. Like,
I kind of felt did wrong, bro.
Like, I would just ghost your behind. Like, I wouldn't even like.
I didn't reply, bro. I didn't reply.
But I'm saying, like, if I gave somebody my number and they didn't, you know what I'm saying, didn't hit me up and blah blah blah, like in a day or something like that, or however many days. Whenever they, like, if I'm already to the point where I'm like, man, they didn't contact me in such days, I don't even care anymore. Whenever you do text me, I'm just not gonna answer. I'm just gonna ghost. Like, I'm not even gonna give you the time to talk to you or even message or anything. But yeah, she actually after the day just said, "Lose my number." Hey, that's savage.
Yeah, I was like, nah, I don't even need this in my life. I'm trying to live drama free. You know?
Bro, she killed your mind. She said,
I'm trying to live happy vibe, happy life. You know what I'm saying?
No, bro, she killed you.
You know what's crazy though is I just ignored it. 2 days later, I get a text from her saying, "Hey, I was just kidding. I was just playing around." I'm like, nah, I get that you was upset.
I would have ghosted. I wouldn't even say nothing back. I'm definitely that person to where if after I'm like that to somebody now, bro. Like if I text you or if I call you and you don't answer nothing like that, that's it, bro. Like I'm not. Obviously, it's either you busy or you don't want to say nothing to me. So I'm gonna be like, you know what?
Just ignore
That's
me.
cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you don't have to say nothing, but whenever you do, like, it depends on who you are. Because if you are somebody who, you know what I'm saying, that I truly mess with and I look at you like family, if you you know what I'm saying, get back at me and stuff like that, I still might tell you, like, bruh, like, you gotta do better with your communicating, bruh. Like, if I really needed your behind, you would have left, hey, blah blah blah. But at the same time, I understand, you know what I'm saying, everybody got lives and stuff like that. So, you know what I'm saying,
I mean, we sitting here, my phone blowing up, bro. And what's crazy is I probably won't get back to none of these people for at least 2 days.
Bro, nah,
I'm horrible about it, bro.
Real talk, boy. You will be one of the people to where I be like, man, forget that dude, man. If he ain't trying to answer my phone,
calling me out like that.
Hey, real talk. I be like, man, forget Ro. Like Ro ain't trying to. As soon as Ro texts me, and as soon as you get back with me after I text you, I'm gonna be like, I don't want to hear it. It took you too long to text back, bro. Like, I needed whatever I text you about, I needed it then. Like, you text me back 2 or 3 days later, I don't care about it now.
I'm like Amazon, 2 day return. You know what I'm saying? 2 day delivery.
Forget that. You can get that same day.
Now, if you a cute lady, that's different.
I can understand that. I can respect that.
But really, what it is. You know, I don't got cable in that, so sometimes I'll just play YouTube or something on my phone, and I'll be watching something, and I don't know. By the time I'm done, it's time to go to sleep or something, you know?
Yeah.
I ain't got no time to respond. I'm already...
Nah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
You ever get down them YouTube trails?
Yeah, I wake up and 3 o'clock in the morning, my YouTube's still up on another video that I don't even want to watch.
Hey, next time you do that, if you're going to keep them videos going all night, put on my music, bro.
Yeah.
So I get that 1 penny per play.
Oh, yeah, boy.
Let me get my views up.
Man, my behind, I be watching stuff on YouTube or, man, I hate when I do that when it come down to Netflix, bro. Man, you can't go to sleep watching a movie on Netflix because that mother go to the next movie. Nah, that mother go to the next movie. Like if I fall asleep on the movie, like if I go to sleep on a movie Like on the show, it's just gonna go to the next episode,
Right.
which is messed up still.
I don't
But
like that.
you know, whenever you go to different movies, you remember it goes to a point to where it give you a selection of other stuff that you can watch. Same thing like on Hulu. Like I watch stuff on Hulu and I look on like I wake up like early in the morning and I look at my Hulu and I look at my my keep watching list and that mud I had Mrs. Doubtfire on that mud the other day and I was like, I didn't watch no Mrs. Doubtfire. How is it on my keep watching list? It's because I was watching a movie and that mud just automatically came up and that mud watched it while I was asleep.
You know, for a while I had gave my Netflix password out to some people.
Yeah,
And I was like, I don't remember watching this. I don't remember watching this. I don't remember watching that. But then I remembered people got my password.
Yeah, boy.
I'm like,
my list is sacred, so I don't mess with that. I don't let people go.
Create your own profile, people.
Bruh, that's what I'm about to
If
say.
I give
Just
you
make
my
your own
password,
profile.
make your profile. Matter of fact, and send me $2.
Yeah, help.
That thing a whole $10 a month
That will
or
help.
whatever. Send me 2.
That will help.
Let me get a soda. Pay for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But I like Netflix. I don't mess with Hulu that much. I like Netflix.
Nah, I mess with. Nah, man, you gotta get Hulu TV.
I seen Hulu TV. I tried
That's what I
Hulu
got.
TV.
How
I've tried
you don't
Direct
mess with?
TV now.
No. Hold on. Oh, forget all the other mess that you
YouTube
finna say.
TV.
No, forget all that. How in the world you don't like Hulu TV? Hulu
I just
TV.
don't like paying for it.
Oh yeah, I can understand that. That's
What is it, like 50 a month?
40.
Yeah, but then you got your
40 something.
taxes.
Yeah, it's 40 something. It's 40.
45.
Nah, it's with tax. I think mine is like 47, almost 50.
So you cut the cable. You cut the cable. You going all through the internet for your content now.
Yeah. I never had no cable. So but the Hulu TV, man, that mud fire, bro. Like all the well, me, I like anime, so like all my anime that I need to watch, I can find it through Hulu. And if it ain't on Hulu, I can get on Netflix. But Hulu got a way more variety than Netflix to me.
With anime.
Yeah, with anime. But at the same time, I'm able to watch different movies and stuff like that. Now, of course, Netflix got the Netflix movies, which is cool.
The original content,
yeah, you know
which
what I'm
is
saying?
great.
Which is cool. You know
Hulu got some of the original stuff they
yeah,
got.
but I don't really mess
Some
with
of
the
it's
Hulu.
good, though.
I don't really mess with the Hulu ones. But I mess with TV shows.
On
like,
Hulu.
Oh, heck
The
yeah.
original content TV shows.
Like, no. Like
Just regular TV shows.
Just regular TV shows. Like, with Netflix, you got to wait till that mug get on there. Hulu, with my Hulu TV.
It's on there a day later.
I can watch it. No, I can watch it that same night. Just got to wait till you.
You got to wait till midnight, bro.
No.
You got a job.
No,
you got a
don't.
kid. You got
Bruh,
a wife.
You don't have to wait till midnight. If it comes on at 7, I can watch that mud. If it ends at 8, I can watch it at 8 o'clock.
Oh.
Because on Hulu TV, you have it to where you can record stuff as well. Just like it's like you have Direct TV and stuff. It's like all that mixed together. Like I can add this.
I'm talking
to my
about
show.
regular Hulu. I'm not talking about Hulu TV.
See, that's
but
what
you're
I'm talking
putting me
about.
onto this
I'm
Hulu TV. That's new,
bro. That's not. I don't care about no regular Hulu. That ain't worth it. That 8 whatever or 10 whatever what it is, it ain't worth it. Hulu TV, bro, is it, bro. Like
so I got a question for you though.
What?
Can I get your login?
Now, I already got my sister-in-law has that login, and
the way you
my
answer
wife,
this ain't going good.
No, it ain't because with me, my wife, and my sister-in-law with that.
Don't do me like this, bro.
With the Hulu TV, you only got 2 screens can watch it now. So it's already be looking messed up now because my wife, she'll be watching it inside the room and I'll be in the living room. Or I'm a person to where I watch so much stuff on my phone to where it's just I'm always on Hulu on my phone. So I'm doing that. So it's
Since
already
you get
2
me
screens.
when I'm watching something on my phone, I can't reply on my phone. You know what I'm saying? I can't call somebody back. You call me during me watching something on my phone, I'm gonna ignore your call. That's just how it is.
It depends on who you are. And depending on what time it is. If it's late at night and it's somebody who I actually know that I'm cool with, they know that I'm not always up late at night. So if they calling me around that, I feel like to where it must be important.
Right, might be emergency
Yeah,
or something.
so I answer the call like regardless. Text, yeah, man, I'm that person. I'm that person to where if I see your text, I'm gonna answer right then and there. Yeah.
Now, I did text you earlier and I seen the little blue dots.
Yeah, man. I don't play that. I don't play that. If I literally don't if I don't text, if you text me and I don't text you back or call you back, it's because I'm doing something and I can't or I didn't see it yet. But I'm a person, bro. If I see, like, I'm that dude that I'm at work and sometimes I would stop working and call somebody back. Like, I did that so many times with Dre behind. Like, I just talked to him. I talk to him when I'm at work. But when he FaceTime me, that's the only time I can't do it.
That's what he always be doing, though. He always be FaceTiming.
It's sometimes.
He be texting me, hey, FaceTime me. I'm like, bro, I can't just call you. FaceTime me.
Nah, he don't do me like that all the time.
Yeah, that's crazy. Hey, let's let me play a little bit of this this 100K we was talking about earlier before we went live. Yeah. So he part of a group called FBC Click.
Yeah.
With our boy Chill. And shout out to Chill.
I finna see that boy. He off of work.
Yeah. This is one of the best groups together when they're live. I feel like they in sync, bro. Like,
how I'm supposed to live with the ill in the world watching all this happen? How I'm supposed to feel with the ill in the world watching all this happen? I give it 100, I give it 100, I give it 100. Ooh. I give it 100, I gave you my all and you left me with nothing. How I'm supposed to live with the ill in the world watching all this happen? How I'm supposed to feel with the ill in the world watching all this happen?
Yeah, so pick up this project. What is that? Fifth Seal.
Yeah.
I got some of the old stuff. I got the Hard Work.
Hey.
I got the
That's
Hard
that
Work.
2012.
I got the Godly Classics.
Hey, man, that's that. Hey, that's that back in the day, bro. If you got that, you got some. You got some classics.
I was repping.
You got some classic verses on there, bro. Like, hey,
that Magic Johnson.
That's all. That's when we just cared about having performance songs.
Magic Johnson.
Yeah.
My boy Calvin.
This that Proverbs 29 anthem. No YOLO, just good times. We on our Fred Sanford.
Hey.
Nothing takes souls. That's the only ransom. I work for Christ. I'm airtight, so disconnect the vacuum. Why? I've been infected with that holy cancer. My flesh dies and my spirit rises and grows by the random.
Bro, I'm so thankful for higher quality recording equipment now.
Yeah. Yeah.
We bring the wrath while the Titans clashing in this mad madness. I'm Perseus if they release the Kraken.
Bro, I promise you, nobody. Hey, and nobody I say, bro, I'm a person, bro. I've never said it like to people. I only said it to their faces, bro. But my brother, Chill, the dude who just rapped, Chill, and Dre, they are my favorite writers. Like that I want to hear on a song. Like,
yeah.
People, bro, I love the mess hearing my brother Chill rap, bro. Like, he is the main reason why I rap the way I write. The way that I write, like on poetry and stuff like that, he is literally the reason why I do that. One, because he is hard in the mud, so trying to do songs with him, I had to write better. He's always been right like that. Even whenever we were kids, like in 7th grade, he was always throwing punches and stuff. And he had, like, I had to, like, get my skill up to even try to if we on a song together, I'm like, dang. Like,
who's better, though? Who's better now?
He is. I still say that he is.
Okay.
Like, for real, like, as far, like, if we talking about like doing like, I feel like that I'm more emotional, of course, like animated than him, of course, whatever. But like as far as like gonna have like the dopest verse, I feel like we go back and forth. Like it depends on how you like stuff. I guess you want to say depending on your vibe and stuff like that. Whenever you listen to the verse, of course you gonna have your opinion. So, but I feel like that on certain songs we have different things that we go back and forth on. To where some songs I feel like I kind of got the better verse, but most of the time, I kid you not, I don't care about it. That boy has the better verse. Like he is crazy when it comes down to writing. If y'all need to go and get his song, what's he got a song called Dreamers Nightmares. That song is hard.
It's under Who Is Chill.
It's under Who Is Chill. Dreamers Nightmares, and then he had
right here.
Yes, that boy Chill can rap, man. Like for real.
I like this beat.
Yeah.
Nightmares.
And the other junk is called Culture. It's on iTunes, man. Apple Music, man. Y'all go get those.
Yeah, but it's spelled different.
Yeah.
You ever had dreams of your life, huh? The rose gold Jesus piece with the ice, huh? That all black M6 ain't your type, huh? Looking at the rollie watch with the nice front, slow tick, cause the time moving, not a spider. I thank the Lord that he run me down. I was Tom Hanks to the wrong way. Mr. Gump was my running style. Hey, what's the bubble? Movie Miles, the one allowed. The Friday nights was lit, the team kept it mild. Siobhan G, we style fly than 100,000. This for regard, I'm brought down like 100,000. Bowing down to the feet of the maker. Even through it all, God loans with my heart. Vested in my mind, I'm designed to be a raider. No more games playing out in College Park. Only God knows what my sins will decatur. Satan put the ski mask to my dreams. Like give them up, Mr. Taylor. Alright, I surrender. I let go. The Lord knows I tried.
Yeah, I like that, bro.
That's my dude, man. Love to miss out that boy. That boy is for real.
I always feel like he kind of quiet though.
Who, Chill?
Yeah,
'Cause
until you get him going. Once you get him going on a topic, he can go. But he just. I guess that's where he get his name, because he chill.
Bruh, but I promise you, he was a person, like, even though that he is like that, it's weird, bro. Like, I don't even understand this. Like, because even though that he is like that, he is chill, I'm the person to where if we out somewhere, he will talk to somebody. I don't do that, miss. Like if I don't,
people,
bro, I don't talk to you. If I don't know you, like if we at a music event, if I don't know you, I'm not finna talk to you. I'm not finna say a word to you unless you come and you say something to me, and you say something to somebody around me, and they direct it towards me for me to say something to you. But other than that, you can be right here beside me. Somebody can come right now and talk to you. I'm not finna say nothing to them. I'm not that dude, bro. Like, it's not me being rude. It's just that I'm quiet until I know you. Like, if I know you, like, I know you. So if I see you, I'm gonna come and I'm gonna talk to you. And I talk my behind off, like, on whatever we need to talk about. But if I don't know you, bro, like, and we're in a room, but I fight to do that. Like, that's not normal for me. Like, I have to fight, and I'm uncomfortable when I have to do it sometimes. Like, sometimes I be nervous in the mud, like, trying to talk to somebody. But they be like, oh, you so good, blah, blah, blah. I was like, no, bro, it took so much out of me just to do that.
So you must be kind of like me, where after an event or something, I'm drained. Mentally, emotionally, I'm drained, bro. When I get after that, I'm ready to go home. I just kind of want to be alone, just relax, go to sleep.
I ain't gonna say I'm drained, but like I'm I'm ready to just chill. Like, I'm not drained or nothing like that.
I be getting drained. Like if I go
I'll be
to
cool.
a show, and even if I'm not performing or whatever, meeting all these new people drains me.
But see, that's the thing. Again, I don't be meeting nobody because I don't talk to nobody. So
I have to force myself to go do it,
I don't unless, like, especially if I'm with Ron, like, chill. If I'm with him, he do all of it. Like, I always was that person to where, like, he knows that. So that's why, like, you know what I'm saying, he does that. Like, he like, when we going somewhere,
That's his thing.
Yeah, that's his thing. Like, he wants to talk to them, and he'll, you know what I'm saying, be the leading person to go inside of it, and I'm just there like, what's up? Like, I probably want, what's up, man? All right, what's good?
I think when I met y'all, you did seem like the quiet one to me.
That,
but
I'm
then the
telling
more
you,
I got
bro.
to know you, I found out that I feel like you're more talkative. He's kind of talkative. I feel like if I'm on a one-on-one conversation with him, I can get him talking to him.
If you on certain subjects, you had that boy talking like on some real, and he, me and him, we had some, man, that he could talk. Like, we had some long conversations about some stuff.
He got some wisdom too.
Yeah, man. That boy,
He be dropping some nuggets.
That boy, you got wisdom, man. When you don't got no hair, like just bald head people just got wisdom, bro. Like, if you bald head and got a beard, you know a little bit of something.
Like
You been
Beezy?
through some things.
Like Beezy, that boy bald head too. Had a beard. He just shaved it.
I mean, he ain't wise no more.
Is that where the power is?
I can't trust him.
Power in the beard.
If you bald head and you don't got no facial hair, I'm kind of iffy to trust you. You need
right
some
off
hair.
bat, you don't even know the person.
You need
bro.
some hair. You need some hair on your face.
They got
somewhere.
some eyebrows.
That's a given. Now, if you cut off them jumps, I'm staying away from you. I know for sure that I can't trust you.
You cut off your eyebrows, I can't talk to you.
Nah, for real. Ugly in the mud.
Serial killer if you cut off your eyebrows.
I literally will walk the other way if I see somebody's eyebrows cut off. I kid you not. I will walk the other way. I don't care if I'm
Just
trying to
dead
talk.
in your tray.
I don't care if you don't even have to be talking to me. If we go to the grocery store, I'm not finna go on the same aisle as you if you have no eyebrows. No facial hair, no eyebrows. You could be
hair on your head.
You could be the nicest person ever. I'm not finna come over there. I don't know. I can't trust you, man. You don't got no hair anywhere on your face. And then especially if you older. Nah, I can't do it, Chief.
You crazy, bro.
Can't do it, Chief.
Well, let's do this. It's been a pleasure having you.
Yeah.
On Playback Culture. This is episode 4. And, I appreciate you opening up, sharing your heart, sharing what you do.
Appreciate you, bro.
And can you pray for us? Can you pray for the people?
Oh, yeah, man. Yeah.
As we close out?
Yeah. God, we thank you for this day. We thank you for keeping us throughout this day. And we ask that the people who listen, the people who will listen, that they enjoy the dialogue, that they find something that resonates with them, that they link with or anything. We ask that through life that you just continue to stay with us. Watch over us tonight as we sleep, for the things that are going on while we are sleeping. Protect us, And tomorrow, wake us up and into a new beginning, a new day, and let us have a great day tomorrow. And just continue to light that fire inside of us to seek more after you. In Jesus' name we pray, amen.
In Jesus' name. As we fade out, play a little bit of this. What is it? Culture? 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 That's that boy Chill. He got a video to this on YouTube, actually. Yeah. I was there when he shot it.
By 22, quickly knew the meaning. My life's plans wasn't all of that. Like Kellen Keenan, what you meaning? Sickest on the field like Willie Beeman. But not concerned with the Christ and how much I really need him. Yeah, my life's couture fitted. I gotta be thankful because the Lord did it.
That, bro. He said my life is couture fitted.
Angel wings when we mounted, now I can soar different.
All right, we out.
Started right for that feeling it gave me.